What's up guys, my name's Iconic, your host on this Destiny tutorial. Today's video I'm going to be showing you the Plan C as an exotic weapon found in Destiny. I found it actually off of a level 2 drag. It became a purple thing on the ground. I decrypted it and got an exotic engram. It was a really cool find to find in the wild, but initially I didn't really like it. I know a lot of you guys saw on Twitter that I posted like, hey, look what I got, and a lot of you guys said you should definitely give it another chance because I was kind of bagging on it, and I said I really didn't like the weapon, and compared to the found verdict, I really still don't like this weapon. So going in, I may sound a little biased, but this weapon is really not something to ogle about, but let me tell you a little bit about it. So in the Plan C, it has about 5 shots in a clip and 25 extra. That is one of the bigger upgrades to it. It has a bit above average amount of ammo to it, as well as the extra clips. I'm not sure if that's really a lot more, but it is something I did like on it. One thing I did have to say is the charge time is really bad. It takes a long time to charge and actually shoot. Damage is kind of average. There's not really any to it. Honestly, the coolest thing about this weapon is really just how it looks with little spikes on it, and it looks really cool. It has arc damage, not void, so that's another cool thing when you have arc shields on your enemies. And the 3 upgrades that I find is the most important, those upgrades that are the important ones that are actually shown in the thing, are increased accuracy while firing the hip. Most of the time I find myself only firing from the hip because this weapon aiming down sights is really kind of garbage, especially when you want to do anything useful with it. Firing from the hip is actually a lot better, and with that upgrade it just makes it just no need to aim in at all. Another one of the importance upgrades is the ones where you have 3 different options, and my favorite one is the one that reduces the charge time. It basically cuts the charge time in about half, or it takes off about like 3/8 of the time that it takes to charge the weapon, and that makes it so much better. And with the extra charge time, it charges in about like poof, and that's actually a really good charge time, and that actually gives it a really good name of Plan C, where the upgrade called Plan C makes it so you actually equip or you weapon swap to it, as well as charge much faster right when you equipping the weapon. So let's say it's called Plan C for a reason, and when you just have to switch to it really quickly, it can be switched to very quickly, as well as having an extra bonus to the charge time. So you pull it out, you switch really quickly, and you just almost instantly can fire the weapon. That is one of the best things for it. If you have the upgrade called Plan C, is one of the best PvP items because you have 2 upgrades that affect the charge time and the weapon swapping. So you can swap to it really fast, as well as have like almost instant charge time. After you swap to it, it's basically poof, and you're automatically shooting right after swapping. If you don't miss your shots, you should be able to get a kill very easily with this weapon. That's my only recommendation. If you have this weapon, it is a very good PvP item once you have that upgrade, and it's actually pretty good. Overall, I don't like this weapon. I know I said this in the beginning, it's just not worth it. Compared to what I have, it really isn't worth an exotic slot. Compared to having a Soros Regime and the found verdict, and having just a Magnum and this thing, it's really not worth it. I really find that the found verdict is a much better weapon, as well as the fact that that has arc damage, so it's the same type of damage. You don't have to worry about the differences between those. I mean, I can go up to a Minotaur, a level 28 Minotaur with yellow health, and actually kill it with like 5 to 6 shots of the found verdict, whereas this thing will take absolutely days. One thing it is good at is keeping you a little bit more range on them. Obviously with a shotgun you can get almost instant killed by those guys when you get up close, but other than that, I really just don't recommend this weapon. I know a lot of you guys are going to be in the comments like, oh, I like this weapon because of this and then this. You haven't played with the found verdict and the Soros Regime, clearly, because that is a really good combo. Sometimes it has this weird thing. I'm not sure what activates it, but sometimes it just does a lot of damage. I'm not sure what happens. Sometimes I can kill a captain in like about 7 bursts of the thing, and sometimes it kills them in 1 with full shields. I'm not too sure how it works. I think it's if you nail all shots like in the head or somewhere, but it's a very interesting weapon, and it's kind of decent with bosses. You don't have to aim for the critical spot because it doesn't have any critical hit damage, but I really do much prefer the found verdict. That's pretty much it for the video for you guys today. I know I bagged on this weapon a lot. It is a very cool looking weapon, and if you don't have any other exotic weapon, it is pretty decent, so you might as well take a look at it, but it's not worth actually going for. If Xur sells it, don't buy it. It's just kind of one of those weapons that float around, but it's never one of those top tier things. I definitely think they should buff it in some way to make it much more effective against maybe bosses or little enemies or something to make it in the game. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like down below and let me know what other weapons you want to see from me. Obviously, I have to actually get the weapons before I get them, and if there's an interesting Xur item, make sure you leave a comment or tweet at me, which is the best way to reach me, and let me know that you want to see that weapon from the Xur, because, you know, the Icebreaker is pretty cool, Soros Regime is pretty cool. I'll make videos on those. But anyways, my name's been Iconic, and I'll see you guys on the next video.